What's going on, you guys, and welcome to another video. By popular demand, today's video is going to be focused on stretches, mobility exercises, and strength exercises to help the office or desk worker. This is a great topic as I'm a desk worker throughout the week. So the three areas that we're going to cover today is around the neck, shoulders, and the back. But before jumping into the video, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, it helps me more than you know. Jumping into our first area, which is around the neck, we're going to start things off with the stretch. So the area that I like to focus on is our trap. So that's the muscle right up here that leads up to the neck, typically where you have a lot of tension. For me specifically, I tend to get knots right here in the front of the trap at the very top. And the one stretch that I really like to do is called the upper trap stretch. So you're going to take one arm, you're going to bring it behind your lower back here. You're going to take the opposite arm, in this case the left hand, put it over your right temple and slowly pull gently towards the left side here. Now the key here is to pull gently. You don't want to be cranking on the neck, because I know in previous videos we've talked a little bit about like muscles being like the threading on your shirts. If you have a knot within that threading and you just pull it, it's going to make that knot tighter. From a volume perspective, I like to do 8 to 10 reps 2 to 3 times throughout the day, and that's just going to be a temporary solution just to alleviate some pressure while you're working. From a strength perspective, I'm a big advocate of doing dumbbell shrugs. One of the key factors here is when you're at the top of the rep is to kind of hold that contraction at the top and then slowly let the weights down on the eccentric movement. The reason why this is so important is because when you hold the dumbbells and the shoulders up high, you promote blood flow into the specific area, and then by slowly coming down, you're letting that muscle open up and ultimately helping out with releasing that knot. From a volume perspective, you can do 8 to 10 reps and you can do up to 3 to 5 sets of that specific exercise. I would only do that once a day and 2 to 3 times throughout the week. Moving our way down the body to the back, I think about mobility because I want to be promoting blood flow throughout the spine, because it is such a crucial area within the body because it touches everything from your arms to your legs to your neck. And the one go-to mobility exercise that I love to do is the squat thoracic rotation. This not only helps mobilize the spine, but it also opens up the chest, the shoulders, and the neck. And from a volume perspective, I like to do 10 reaches on each side, and I always do this in my morning mobility routine. If I'm feeling a little bit of extra tightness from that day, I'll always do it before bed just to kind of open things up and to ensure that I get quality sleep that night. From a stretching perspective, this is actually something that I like to do at the end of my strength training sessions in the evening, and that is a dead hang. This is my favorite stretch to do to decompress the spine, not just from all the running that I'm doing, but sitting at a desk all day, and then decompress from all of that compression that I've done from the full body strength training session. Dead hangs are something you can do multiple times throughout the day, and you can hold it for as long as you can. I'd be interested to know if you're going to give this one a shot. Let me know in the comment section below how long you lasted on your first attempt. And from a strength perspective, when I think about strengthening the spine, I think about strengthening the core. My two favorite exercises are the side bends and the side planks. For the side bends, I like to do 8 to 10 reps on each side and do 2 to 3 reps on a daily basis. From a side plank perspective, I'll do 30 seconds on each side, and again, similar to the side bends, I'll do 2 to 3 sets of the side planks for 30 seconds each side. And then for our final section, which is around the hips, I feel like this is such a crucial area because we're sitting all day, and let's face it, work can be super stressful, life is stressful, and when we're sitting in that compressed state for such a long time, those hip flexors are not opening up, and that's an area where we carry a lot of our stress. So from a mobility standpoint, the one thing that I love to do, and this is part of my morning mobility routine, are 90-90s. I do 10 reps on each side, opening up those hip flexors on a daily basis. And similar to the squat thoracic rotations, you can do this in the morning and also at night if you feel like things are a little bit too tight from that day. From a strength perspective, I think about how to open those hips up. So if like you're seated like I am right now, your hips are at a 90-degree angle. And a great exercise to open things up is a barbell hip thrust. You're using the muscles from the glutes to help open up those hip flexors. And one of the things that I actually like to do with hip thrusts is to hold that contraction at the top to ensure that we actually have some time in that open state while contracting those glute muscles to ensure that we're getting blood flow to the area and strengthening the muscles that are supporting our hip flexors. From a volume perspective, you can do 8 to 10 reps, 2 to 3 sets, once a day, maybe 2 to 3 times on a weekly basis. So there you have it. Those are the 3 areas of the neck, the back, and the hips, and just some different mobility, strengthening, and stretches that you can do to help alleviate some of the tightness or aches that you have just from sitting all day. I deal with them all the time, and these are all the exercises that I implement throughout the week, and some of them I do on a daily basis. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.